Hello, my Esperholics, and welcome to my new segment of Fantastic Friday, where I will cover relevant news to video games, video game reviews, and stuff like that. But see, here's the thing: when I do a video game review or a vlog, I'm not going to, put the intro there or my Fantastic Friday logo there, because I want the main focus to be on the review and the vlog. I feel like that would just sort of take away visually from the main focus. So moving on from that, I'm going to cover some interesting news, especially if you are a fan of Splatoon. So the final Splatfest is going to be really, really soon. Like, I'm posting this video on July 22nd, and the final Splatfest is, I think, like July 27th or something. I know it's really, really close. And the final Splatfest is going to be the ultimate showdown, where you fight for which Squid Sister you like more. Which, fun fact, they're actually cousins. Squid Sister is just the name of the pop band they're part of. So you must fight for either Callie or Marie. And it will be the ultimate way to determine who wins. Pretty much every Splatfest up till now has been sort of hyping up, who wins, like how, I think, with Art versus Science, Callie won. She was for Art. And then Marie was, in Hot Dog versus Marshmallow. Hot Dogs won, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's been pretty even for both of them, and now we must determine who is the true, legit, ultimate winner. And see, here's my thoughts on that. I feel like Nintendo, whether they realize it or not, they are kind of killing Splatoon by doing this. And I've seen plenty of people talk about this on Facebook and be like, oh no, they're not killing Splatoon, they're just getting rid of Splatfest. Well, here's the thing. Splatfest added a sense of variety to Splatoon. Now, Splatoon is going to get extremely monotonous, and I feel like that is going to hurt Splatoon a lot within the next few months. And then on top of that, the Wii U is going to die really soon, so Splatoon does not have that much longer to really, last as a video game. All we really have now is just the single player mode, which not a lot of people even really like. It's just sort of there. And then the main focus gets boring to the multiplayer mode. I love Splatoon, I really do, and I love that Nintendo is, kind of breaking out of their shell and trying a genre that they've never done before, the third-person shooter, or really any kind of shooter ever. Really, I think closest we really got to that is Metroid Prime. I think that's the one, right? The one where it's done through the first-person point of view, and Samus can shoot her arm cannon in first-person mode. So that's really the closest we've ever gotten to an actual shooter from Nintendo. And when we finally do get one, it's great, but I feel like it's just, I don't know, it's kind of lacking. For multiplayer mode, we just have, the tower mode, which is similar to Turf War, but more competitive, where you're fighting over one small space versus trying to cover an entire area with your ink. And then we have, this mode that it's kind of like soccer. I can't remember the name of it, but you get this little gold object that you use to squirt ink, and you transfer it from your goal to the enemy's goal, and if you put it there, you win, something like that. So aside from that, that's really it. I mean, I was there. I got Splatoon really early on. I got to see it branch out and get more and more updates, which is awesome. Before, it was a game that I felt like I was ripped off, and I really felt like there wasn't a lot of content, and I got to actually, experience the updates where it got more clothing to upgrade your character and give them special stat boosts, got more weapons, got more maps, got more alternate modes. I was there, along with many other, new Splatoon fans. We were there when the game started getting more and more content, which is great. But now, with Splatfest being gone, you're kind of removing a big chunk of what Splatoon is. Splatfest, you know, is very important to Splatoon, and with you getting rid of that, you're essentially getting rid of a part of the game. It's now just going to be multiplayer mode, the game, that's it. And with Splatfest, we at least had that, you know, variety where we fight for different teams. And the teams would be different every single time you play Splatfest. So, with Splatfest coming to an end, it makes you wonder, you know, what are they going to do now? You know, is that it? Is the game not getting any more updates? Has the final update for the game already been done? Like, I don't know. It makes me feel like Splatoon is going to die off really soon, which, you know, sucks. But if there was any time to kill off a game, I feel like they should have done it later. If I remember right, the Nintendo NX is supposed to come out next year in March. Can't remember where I got that date from, because I looked up several things about the Nintendo NX. And anyway, I do know that is coming out 2017. So I feel like if they were going to kill off pretty much all their Nintendo Wii U stuff or games, what they should have done is then do this in December or the latest January of next year. And then that's it, no more Splatfest, and then Splatoon is just sort of stuck with only multiplayer mode. That's how I feel about it, and I feel like that's what they should do for really all their games that has DLC, like Hyrule Warriors. I feel like that game could have had more longevity too if they just extended the DLC. As far as I know, that's it. Splatoon is going to get no more DLC, and Hyrule Warriors DLC died off a long time ago. And I feel like they both should have DLC extended at least to December or January, and then that's it, because then, you know, the NX is going to come out and pretty much kill the Wii U. I know that they, being Nintendo, I've said that they're not going to kill off the Wii U, that the NX is just its own separate thing, but you know, when they also said the same thing in the past, when the original Nintendo DS came out and they released the game system with, I think, like Game Boy Advanced cartridges, like a slot for the cartridges. So yeah, back then they originally intended for the DS to not replace the Game Boy, but we all know what happened. Fast forward all the way to now, and the Game Boy is obviously obsolete and dead. The Nintendo DS family of DS, DSi, DS XL, and then the Nintendo DS Lite, all of that pretty much kicked it out the door and just took over. And whether Nintendo wants to admit it or not, the NX is more than likely going to do the exact same thing to Wii U. Wii U had horrible sales, Wii U had horrible marketing. Hell, I know people who didn't even know who the Wii U was until they met me talking about it. So I feel like, you know, it sucks that the Wii U is going through this, and it sucks that a lot of their games are going to suffer for it, you know, especially with Splatoon. Now, this is just a rumor. Don't quote me on this. Don't say that this is a fact, because it's not. It's a rumor. But I've heard a rumor that apparently this is because Nintendo has already started making plans for Splatoon 2. This is, again, just a bunch of random ass crap I've heard on the internet. We don't know if it's confirmed, we don't know if it's actually going to be true, but that's just what I've heard on the internet. Now, if that's really the case, again, I still stand by my thoughts of killing off Splatoon in January at least. Well, not killing it off, but, you know, cutting off part of the content. You know, I refer to it as killing it off because you are essentially killing off a part of Splatoon by getting rid of Splatfest. Oh well. I remember I even would, you know, participate, and I would draw little, you know, cartoons to represent the team report. For those of you who are watching this and you also play Splatoon, if you ever saw a drawing of Squidward, but he looks like like an actual squid. But then the eyes and the nose of Squidward are still there, and then he still has that kind of oval-shaped head. You are then more than likely seeing my drawings, because I actually drew Squidward over and over and over for roller coasters versus, I think it was water slides or some other Splatfest. So basically, you know, I would participate a lot and draw Squidward a lot, and, you know, people liked it. I thought it was cool. So now with that going away, you know, you can't really show off your drawing skills anymore either in Splatoon, and I thought that was kind of cool as well. So, you know, it's sad, but all the good things come to an end, so, that's really it. I hope you all enjoyed my first episode of Fantastic Friday, and I will see you all in the next one, which will be for next Friday. Bye.